All right. Now, as this has to go back to the body shop, they want the bumper not fitted, but they want it. And these are the brackets here. This is one of the brackets that goes through and is bolted onto the chassis. The other bracket, kind of weird, but this is how it goes. And then there is a bolt on the bumper itself with a right-angled flange that goes through this hole. And this, of course, also can go backwards and forwards to get it exactly in the right position. And these are the nuts and bolts that will be used. Okay, that is about it on this. Same thing over here. I can't remember what these holes were for. That's for the horns. What the hell were they for? Oh, I think they might have been for extra lights. There again, no. Because I got them here, the fog rangers. Interesting. Anyway, so there you go. Brackets are in place. I will tell the shop that, you know, whilst they're there and they're done up tight, they can be undone to move things around. And the only reason I'm doing them up tight is I don't want them falling off. What I do now have to do is I have to remove this light, this light, this light, the little red indicator. Hiawatha. Don't be such a prick. Remove this headlight, this side light, and that little red indicator. Oh, and the spears. Spears have got to come off as well. They are going to have to repaint the whole front of this car because of the modification they have to do. Oh man, what a job and a half that's going to be for them. Fortunately, I don't have to do it, and it's not going to cost me a dime. It's going to cost them some time and some materials, which is sad, but I'm sorry guys, you know, that's the way it goes. Now get out in the garage and do your own shit. Well children, I want to do a test here before I put these back onto the car, and that is just to see if anything is going to leak. I'm stealing this idea from Richard Michael Owen in Canada, and he just filled the float bowls. Well, I'm also going to pump it through this fuel line and see how it goes. It may leak like a fucking sieve, it may not. So I've got, got my little syringe here. I'm not doing it under pressure, I'm just trying to get the fuel to go in there. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm just trying it. I've never done anything like this before. Nurse, bend over. Uh-oh, I got a leak already. Why have I got a leak? What is leaking? There it is. Bingo, look at that. Split gasket already. That means that it also hasn't stopped it. All right, let's see what happens. Let's give it some more. Ah, it's the banjo that's leaking as well. All right, so let's see if we can tighten up our banjos before we go any further. Oops. Oh, this is fun. Snort that gas. Now, I do have a special banjo spanner. And it says King Dick. Must be referring to me. Arf, arf. Let's see if we can... Oh, good God. It's not even tight. It's not even good and tight. That means the other one might not be too. Let's have a check. Yep. Some idiot, me, didn't even tighten these up. Can't think why I didn't. Oh, I don't like the feel of that. Oh, it's stripping. I can tell it's stripping. Fuck! I'll go get a new float top. Shit, bum fuck. bum, fuck, shit, bum, 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 fuck, bum, shit, shit, fuck, bum. Damn it. Oh, I could feel that going then. Or was it the gasket, Gary? Well, if it's fucked, so you might as well just keep going and see. Oh, okay, no shit bum fucks. No, definitely no shit bum fucks. It just wasn't anywhere near tight. Okay, so let's get off the shit bum fucks. And that's what happens when you do bum fucks, you get shit. Did he say that? Oh, it's so disgusting. That's a horrible little man. Yeah, get over it. Hope you're enjoying the view. Interesting, huh? A man squeezing his syringe. Cool. Things you do. Alright, so... Oop, that came back up, so I'm going to ignore that. All right, I'm just going to let things evaporate for a minuet or two. What did I do with my piece of pipe? There it is. Why am I using this piece of pipe? So I can reach in the can here and suck it up. Not quite sure what all these noises are, people. Yes, and all this linkage, you know, obviously will be put together. Together. Now, I don't know whether my cut-off floats are working or not. Because I'm just pumping it full of petrol. I'm pleased to see that my fuel line isn't leaking. I'm sorry, this is rather tricky doing this one-handed. Well, one-handed, well, I'm using both hands, but one's got to hold the syringe, one's got to hold it in. Gosh. I'm hoping it'll come out the overflow. No, I'm not, because it shouldn't go in, is the thing. Oh, I heard that then. Oh. Oh, hang on a second. All right, I've got a leak here. From this banjo still, it's not tight enough. That's okay. If it's not tight enough, that's fine. How about the one over here? That looks okay. And it's kind of hard to tighten it, but let's have a go. Let's see what kind of... Yeah. Oh, and in case you're interested with your Dick, King Dick 7/16 Whitworth. Now I've got to get a new gasket for this because that is not acceptable there. That is split. So that's just something I got to get. No big deal. Aha! All right, hang on. Here we go. Now look, this is wet. So that's got to be tightened up. Oh, and I'm getting a drip hit. Where did that drip come from? Hang on, I need a light. Thought I saw a drip. Okay, let me tighten up that nut there. And, well, Oh, bloody light just died. Oh, that's pathetic, isn't it? Ooh, it's got an issue. All right, let's dump that one. Sorry. Bear with. Right. Oh, that's much better. Now, as I was about to say, Richard Michael Owen, I believe, always uses aluminium washers here, and I've used the fibre ones. Yeah, I did. I saw that fucking drip again. Where the hell's that coming from? That's interesting. It seems to be dripping here, but everything's dry. Maybe it's one of the screws. Maybe it's just running along. Let me get this tight and we'll take it from there. Anyway, you get the idea as to what I'm trying to do here, and that is eliminate the leak. Well, here we are. One pace forward and two back. Bumper mounts brackets are fitted. Headlights are removed. Side lights removed. Turn signals removed. As you can see, some chipping has occurred. Doesn't matter. That's behind the rubber gasket. As you can tell from the tone of my voice, I'm not overly happy with doing this. I detest doing things twice. I really do. Do it once, do it right is my attitude, which I believe was various people do that. I know one of my customers always used to say it, and my friend at BAS, the interior trim people in Palm Springs, he had that do it once, do it right. At least I believe that's the gist of it, if that's not the exact words. And he got told off by somebody because they'd patented it, which to me seems ridiculous. How can you patent words? Nipple, bum, fuck, I think I'll patent those, and then anybody that says them has to pay me money or give me their nipples or their bum or let me fuck them. Females only. Sorry guys. Ah dear, how pathetic. You can do that kind of shit these days, but if you can't, then in America they sue you. They sue you for everything over here. It's pathetic. However, next, what am I going to do next on this baby? Maybe get some clips in for the fuel line, because I feel like doing that. Grab all my fuel pumps that I have, probably sell them because I think they're all positive earth. Oh, I'm not sure how I'm going to tell. I'll figure that out with probably a multimeter or something. And also I want to adjust the front wheels there. One of them's pushing, and it makes it hard to push the vehicle as it happens. So a couple of pieces of string just to get it close, and then we'll continue from there. Waiting for these guys to take it to the body shop, and as you can see here, it's way too low. That has got to come up half an inch. One of those things. Shit happens. I know I've been over it before, and I'll probably go over it more times than you care to listen to, but that's too bad if you're listening to my channel. All right, guys. Some of you may not be aware or may not even care, but I passed the 1,000 mark, and I was so pleased with that, to actually pass the 1,000 mark. Why was I pleased? I have no fucking clue. It just seemed like a target, and I've achieved it. In fact, I'm now 1 point something, and I can't remember what it is. So that's great. Keep on watching. Please tell your friends. Subscribe to my channel. Sorry about profanity, but that's me. Suck it up. Mainly, it'll be Mark II Jaguar stuff, some XK8 stuff, some Corvette stuff, some Dodge stuff, and some whatever I feel like stuff. And that's up to you guys. A few of these, and who cares? All right, let's get to the next job. Brackets are... Sorry about that slight hiccup there. Right, as you all know, I spend loads of money down at my local Ace Hardware, and I've decided that probably not the best thing to do. So I have bought this here, and I have my favorite tool. So let me show you what I bought. Be careful here, don't want to damage what's inside. Ooh, look at that, that's nicely packed, isn't it? I tell you, this is heavy too. All right. Wow, we really did pack this well. Must admit, I've been seeing a lot of this kind of cardboard shit lately. Said it before, that needs sharpening. Shouldn't be like that. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Oh, Gary, you're gonna have to sharpen it. A sharpen it. I'm kind of ripping this through, but hey, I'm excited now. I want to get to it. Yeah, I get easily excited these days. Can't do much about it, but I get excited. Can you tell by the noise? Oh, it's in a steel box. Ooh, now I'm getting really squirty. Wow, talk about package. $99.99. Well, that's not what it cost me. Well, there was shipping on top, so I'm not worried about that. The shipping on top was, well, I don't know. Actually, they said free shipping. Well, they included it in the price. I think I paid $122 for this. And you can already tell what it is. And look at all these lovely bolts here. They're all flange bolts, which is, oh gosh, talk about wank material. Look at that lot. Whoa. Damn. That is going to be so handy. Now there's various threads. Most of them are coarse, I'll grant you that, but that's okay. Nuts and bolts and nuts and bolts and nuts and bolts. Look at them. All grade 8. So that's excellent. That is just what I need. Yes. Now what I got to get myself, and I haven't got it yet, is some riv nuts that are the coarse thread, the grade 8 coarse thread. And that's absolutely fine for everything I'm going to do underneath the body, for the pipes. And, you know, I may end up not using many of the nuts, but that's okay. Shit, this is lovely. Yeah, lots of nuts and bolt shit that I need. Oh, look at that, and that's good. Yeah, okay. That's really good. Lots of different lengths, different sizes, different threads. Even some big motherfuckers that I in all honesty, I probably never use, but oh, it's nice to have them, isn't it, huh? Grade 8 bolts, nuts, bolts, not them bolts, them bolts, them nuts. And then a nice little steel thingy, which is rather nice. Flange nuts, flange bolts, gosh. You'll have to freeze frame if you want to know exactly what's in this kit that cost $99.99 and that I paid $122 for. So, you know, I paid $20 in shipping, and let's face it, shipping this thing, which is probably not cheap because it's heavy, even if you use a flat rate box. Let's say it cost them, I don't know, $15, $18 in shipping. To me, it's still worth it. Now I've got all of this shit for various things that I'm going to be doing. I may even now go and get myself a AF or a finer pitch set. I wanted this coarse set because of all the nuts and bolts that I'm going to use. But maybe I should find myself a fine grade thread as well, thread as well. Okay, just thought I'd throw this in. All right, here we are in my secondary workshop. Okay, it's a shed. With my multi-key here, Ryobi, and a proper chuck, a real chuck. This fucking tighten up with your hand shit, and the multi-key fits. So, and I have a magnet up here to hold it. I got to drill these clevis pins for the door hinges. No, not hinges. Door stops. So let's get on with it. Hopefully the light is enough here. I have had this more years than I care to remember. Unfortunately made in China. It's a cheap Harbour Freight one. Can't remember what the hell it cost me. Wasn't a lot of money. But sometimes you need a proper tool like this. And if you're restoring a car, it's worth buying, because you'll suddenly go, oh, I need to do that, and how do I do that? And oh shit, yeah, I got a nice drill. What do they call them? Drill press. All right, so let's get on with it. Now I'd already center punched this, so let's see how we go. Stop. Where is my eye protection? There it is. Sorry about this, guys. Safety fast. I've had too many pieces of metal in my eyes. It's moved. There we go. Nice and slowly. No rush. Don't know if you can see this. Hope you can. I'm just putting gentle pressure on that. Trying to keep it as straight as I can. Perfection doesn't really matter, but you know, you want to do the best you can, don't you? And yes, you need nice, new, sharp drill bits. Not through yet, getting there. Really nice and slow. I'm not putting much pressure on this at all. And we are through. All right. Now, next trick is the split pin. Now, I brought a variety of split pins with me, so I'm not saying that this is the final size. But let's have a look, see what I got here. Well, they look nice and skinny. And let's face it, I don't need a fat one. That's even loose. Okay. So we can go fatterer. Where should we go? Let's try this one, shall we? Oh no, no, you don't belong there. Neither do you, you fuckers. That's the trouble. These things tend to move around. Oh, let's have a look at this. Oh, I've got a feeling that's way too fat. Too fat, too fat. Too fat, and the other one's too thin. But what size would I like? I guess this is the decision I have to make. Now this thin one goes through, but there's a lot of slop. I'm not one for sloppiness. I don't mind a little loose, but there is a limit. So I think I'm going to go for this size. And of course you have to, you know, taking account the width of the pin. Yeah, this is the size I'm going to go for. And that is probably... That looks about right. And what is that one? A 1/8. All right, so let's change the drill and put in a 1/8. take it from there. Sorry, there's a boy racer out there with his 2-bit scrambler. And drop the drill. That's normal. You always drop the drill. See my deliberate mistake there? All right. Okay, that's nice and tight. So I use this one as my pilot, and I'm going to continue to do that as a pilot. I don't like to go crashing through with the big ass drill first of all. Granted, I could bolt this down, but I haven't. Live with it. Beautiful. Now, before I remove it, let's check that I'm happy with my hole size. Look at that, that's lovely. All right, so now let's get on and do the other 3. And as I said, I'm always going to do the small pilot drill first. Do I have to? Probably not. Am I going to? Yeah. So, all right, now let me change my drill bit for this smaller one, and then I'll put in the bigger one and we'll get on with it. That's it for here, and hopefully you find that of interest. Okay, here we are. This is my temporary clevis pin. Take that out now. Put in the correct clevis pin, which you just saw me manufacturing. Get the split pin. Put that in. Give it a bit of a twist. And I like them to be horizontal now. This pin really needs to be trimmed. So I've got to get my side cutters and trim this baby, because there's no way that that's, you know, going to live there properly. So I'm going to bend it back and cut it off. Give me a sec. Sorry, I kind of leapt ahead there. I've got the split pin here now. And now let's just trim it off. Don't want it too long, don't want it too short. Okay, there she is. Now let's just bring her back a little bit. That's not easy, so sometimes you need an extra pair of tools to hold it whilst you bend it back. And the only reason I'm doing this is just kind of to make it look neat. Now, I could have put smaller, lighter split pins in, but I want something with a bit of meat on it. Why haven't I got a fucking clue? And so I just bent that back. Now, that is not really going to go anywhere. It just sits there. So let's see if we can shut the door. That would be important, wouldn't it? And that's without a rubber seal. Clunk. Doesn't that shut lovely? But I've got to put the rubber seal on, and then I'm sure it'll be a bloody nightmare to shut. All right. There we go. I think that looks quite neat. I might... I don't know, what do you think? Should I bend it back a bit more? I think I should. Let me get some pliers and just bend it back a little bit up against the pin. Yeah, I've got to do it. I'm too fucking anal. Okay, I have to tell you, with a lot of faffing around with pliers and various tools, I've finally got the pin in a way that I like it. Takes a bit of effort, but it's worth it. Now all I got to do is do that on the other 4. There you go. Okay, so this is on the left rear door. Just wanted to show you how nice and neat that looks now. And this is all done, so that's good news. I got a couple of holes here that they were for the wax oil treatment and the underseal treatment, and I'll be putting some bungs in those just to neaten them up. Not sure if I'm going to paint the bungs black or whether I'm just going to leave it as it is, and we will see. As you can see, these are the correct screws here, and I showed you on the previous door over there on the right hand side that that's wrong, so I will be rectifying that. Does it matter? No, of course it fucking doesn't. The door's held, but that's not what I want. Also in here, although there is some sound deadening, I'm going to add to it. I'm also going to remove that piece of padding there because that causes rust. It is... I'm going to slip some sound deadening in there, which it doesn't hold the moisture. That little thing there will hold the moisture, but sound deadening won't, so we will do that. Okay, something else on the Mark II. This is going to be my spare wheel with a, I want to say, undersized tyre. I've got the bigger wheels, the bigger wire wheels to go on this, and this will be my spare. No, not the tyre, just the wheel. I will get a brand new tyre of the same size, which is, gosh, it's so bad. 185 SR15. Yeah, gosh, trying to find the rest of the details. Hang on, let's go to a front one and see what that says. Radio steel, Verderstein, 185 SR15. So I will get the cheapest one I can find, a 185 SR15 as a spare. Doesn't matter, it's a spare. Rather than wasting money on an expensive wheel and an expensive tyre, I'm going to take this down to my local tyre shop, get them to remove the tyre and throw it in the trash. I will then put on the spare one that I've got, and then have this wheel blasted and powder coated in shiny silver. Then that will be my spare. No one will ever see it. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to spend $500 on a wire wheel that's going to sit in the boot of my car and another $250 on a tyre to sit in my car. That's fucking stupid. It's a spare. It's there for should I get a flat. Okay, there you go. I think probably now, guys, I'm going to end this video. It's a very short one again, but I want to, you know, try and keep you up to date with the shit that I'm doing. As you saw earlier, I've removed all the lights, etc. from the front of this baby. I'm going to continue to do things. Shit, what's next? Oh, I've got to get that wiper motor correctly positioned, or the shaft, whatever you want to call it, because I fucked that up. And thanks to my friend Hank, who watches my channel, he pointed out that I'd fucked it up, and he did it politely, and I appreciate it. I really do, Hank. Thank you for pointing that out to me, because I'd hate to put everything in together and then go, no, why the fuck isn't this working? So I appreciate that. Also, I know, Hank, that you view Classic Car Cave, young Dave out in sunny Austria. Brrr, chilly, chilly, chilly. And he and I talk about you as well. We get together on WhatsApp. Maybe you care to join us sometime. I think that's probably about it for today on this particular video. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Next is, as I said, to get the wiper motor in the correct position. Then put on the sway bar links and other stuff. Tomorrow my buddy is coming across, and I got to fix the window on his 1975 Corvette Stingray. Don't you just love old cars? Nice, simple shit. All right, now get your ass out in that garage and do some shit.